Jarod, just kind of talk about how excited you are for the upcoming season. Coach just kind of said you just got back in the rhythm after being out for a couple weeks. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I was out for a couple weeks, just kind of, I was a little sore from a couple of the kind of workouts and stuff like that. But no, I've been good. We got a good group of guys coming in, as well as a good group that we have returning. So I'm looking forward to it, and just hoping to really build off last year, not to be satisfied. And Coach mentioned it, but never to be satisfied with what we did last year, and we got a whole new year coming up.
With the departure of Ethan, do you feel like you have some big shoes to fill both on the court and I guess in the locker room?
Definitely. Ethan was, I mentioned this before, but Ethan was one of the best leaders I've ever played for. So there's definitely big shoes, but his expectations I think I'm ready for.
How would you kind of sum up what the competition level in practice has been like?
I think it's been very good. Day in and day out, you got to compete, especially at the guard spot. We had a lot of guards this year, and having that many guards can only make you better, especially as returners with me and Gianni at the guard spot. It only makes you better.
Today during practice, it seemed like Roman was very vocal, which I feel like is maybe a newer thing we've seen of him.
Yeah.
What did last season, I guess, prove to you guys about his game? I know he went to the NBA draft waters, tested everything out.
Yep.
What, I guess, has changed so much about him in the offseason?
Well, I think his work ethic. He stayed out here in Oregon for a while, working with Coach Rupp. His work ethic has been great, and he's been a leader for us. And I call it like the perfect game he had against Tennessee. So hopefully he builds off that. But we have big expectations for him this year.
Jarod, is the standard for this program NCAA tournament every year now?
Yes. I think Coach is trying to harp on that. It's not. I said it before, but never be satisfied. We got a group of guys that's very, very capable of getting back to the NCAA tournament and making another deep run. So I think we can do it again.
How much confidence does it give you, given that you've already been there and made it to the Elite Eight?
It gives me a lot of confidence in being in the NCAA tournament, making it to the Elite Eight during the COVID year. It would have been nice to have fans, but being able to hopefully experience that this next year in the NCAA tournament with all those fans and the crazy atmosphere is something that hopefully we're able to do this season.
And speaking of the fans, how fun is it going to be home opener, having Gil, full capacity?
I can't wait. The last year not having it, my freshman year, the one game that stands out, obviously the Oregon game, but Iowa State when they were in here and how crazy it was. Now I'm really hoping, as Oregon State students, fans, we're able to feel it night in and night out, just like the Iowa State game every single night, and make it a tough place to play and for us to win night in and night out in Gil Coliseum.
Last year, you guys kind of took on that not 12th mantra.
Yep.
Have you gotten a chance to look at the polls? Is it kind of the back view mirror? Do you guys care?
No, we definitely, it's hard to say you don't look at it because you do. You see it all over the place. The coaches poll this past year tied for fourth. And then, a lot of these other polls don't even have us making the NCAA tournament. So it's fuel for us. And we're looking forward to hopefully getting back there again this year.
You recently tweeted out the rings
Yeah.
that you just got. How was that feeling like?
It's an incredible feeling. For myself, I wasn't fortunate enough to win any championships, or I won a couple league championships, but win anything in high school. But having a ring and winning the Pac-12 championship is one of the best feelings I've ever had in my life, getting that ring and knowing that I did it for a place that I really care about in Oregon State.
Jarod, can you talk a little bit about your name, image, and likeness stuff?
Yeah, for myself, I did 2 youth basketball camps back home. First and foremost, just to get back to my community, Hacienda Heights, so that really meant a lot. And then I've just I've done a few things like with my apartment complex that I stay at. So I've been fortunate enough to have that. So I'm glad NIL has been a benefit for a lot of us athletes.
Just from walking around campus or just living in the state in general, do you get a sense that the perception around this program has changed since the Elite Eight run?
Definitely. I think the first couple weeks I was out here, I told my parents, I really couldn't go to too many places without being noticed, which is an amazing feeling, kind of different from my freshman year. Everywhere I went, somebody noticing or congratulating me, which was a great feeling. But I just can't be satisfied. But I'm also very, very grateful for everything that's happened.
You were awarded the second team Pac-12. What kind of attributes of your game do you think led up to that?
I think definitely my shooting ability is probably the main thing that's kind of led me to that. But I got to be able to build and work on the defensive end. I really improved upon that this past year, and I'm hoping to do the same this year. Build on defensive end, and then really be a leader, take over some of the shoes that Ethan left behind.